So, good evening, guys, and welcome along to the live stream. We are here. I'm going to try and share this up before we get anywhere because this is now the 34th watch I've had of this damn video. So, I'm going to see if this plays. If it does, happy days. If not, then I'm going to drop the link up for you. But obviously, this video is really, really good. Check this one out. And we're going to drop this in for you. So just get an eyeful of this. Obviously, I don't know what my streaming is like. We've got really bad thunderstorms at the moment. So let's just see what happens when I open this up.
Everything in my past so heavy, so you know I stay high like a jacked up Chevy. Nothing better than finally letting go.
Anyway, we'll kill that there because my internet speed is through the actual floor tonight. So we've got broadband as well. We've got the latest all singing, all dancing fiber optic, and it is not going anywhere at the moment. So as I say, check out Salty and Sprinkles ride video. It's about the 34th time I have watched that one, so absolutely brilliant. If you want to come and join us in the studio, then feel free. I'm going to drop the StreamYard link up, so give me a second just to find the damn link on this. But I'll drop the link up for everybody, and if you want to come and join us in the room, you're very welcome to do so. So let me just find this StreamYard, copy that. So I'm going to pop the link up into the comments at the bottom. If you want to come and join us in the stream, feel free to do so. Jump up on the stream. Yeah, Salty and Sprinkles. Hey, Smitty, good to see you. Absolutely love that video. They've done some really good editing on that video. So as I said to Salty, it's once in a lifetime, a video will just grab me by the nuts and just go, watch this, watch this, watch this. So that's about the 34th time that I've watched that. So we've had a really good time watching that video. If you haven't seen Bikes, Beards and Brews new video on the Can-Am, you've got to go in and have a look at Ben's video of that. It's absolutely hilarious. And as I said to Ben, when we go to a certain ride meet that is local to Milton Keynes, the Can-Am riders get told to put it over there, mate. It's not a real bike. Stick your piece of junk over there. I actually like the Can-Ams. I think they're a really good all-round cruiser. So you get those that are obviously disabled or those that have got the back problems. So you're going to go and buy yourself Can-Am just to stay into it. But it's not something that appeals to me. So a couple of people in the room. We've got Zed here, Burning Gas Hauling Ass. Gav's here. So nice to see you, Gav. Minty's here as well. Yeah, going really good, Minty. Thanks very much. And we've had a bit of a weird week this week. So obviously car sales are through the floor. everybody is out on bikes servicing, MOTs, and obviously with the lockdown and the 6 month rollover, everybody's decided to leave it 6 months, get the car in, and it round about November, December. But it's weird how the bike riders have not done the rollover. They've gone the 12 months, and my bike needs an MOT. I want to get it checked out. They've not had that 6 month extension, even though it was offered to them by the government, and they've actually jumped in on it, and people are actually MOTing their bikes on time, 12 months exactly on the dot. So we've had a really good week. We've done quite a few bikes this week. So the Bandit has gone. Our XV650 that we had, the Dragstar, that has gone. Um, we've done a couple of the new LXRs. They have just arrived. So yeah. So obviously Minty not been out. The weather has, it's been absolutely crap. I got soaked to the skin today. We had a really good one. So obviously if you want to jump in on the StreamYard link, I think the link is working. But obviously go jump on that StreamYard link. That should hopefully get you up onto my channel where you can come and join in on the chat. So you're very welcome to jump in on the chat. Let us know how you get on. And you're very welcome to jump in on the side chat as well. So I know Smitty, your last video, absolutely loved it. So really, there's some really good bike vloggers. Obviously, if you're new to the channel and you're in here watching, check out the side chat. There's some really big bikers in there. You've got Zed Head, he's up in Scotland. So Stu, hopefully Stu's going to pop in tonight. We're waiting the man himself, Jim Diesel, to come and join in on the chat as well. Big Smitty, if you happen to be one of the big American riders, Big Smitty, this guy says it as he sees it, and that's the one thing I do like about bikers. So they just say it as they see it. You get a lot of those that are, as I say, up their own backside, and they ride for the money, or they ride because they're backed up by a big brand, so Harley, Indian, or they've got Ruroc behind them. But Smitty says it as he sees it, and some of his stuff is absolutely hilarious. Smitty, you're very welcome. Obviously, I'm quite new to your channel. It was Salted and Swami that sent me over to your channel, but I'm loving every video you do. You just say it as you see it, man, and really appreciate that. So yeah, come and join us in the chat. You're very welcome to do so. I'm not going to be here for very long today because I am absolutely shattered. As you can tell, I've still got helmet hair, not had a shave in absolutely ages. We have been back to back 24/7. Now, normally we do sort of 50/50 bikes and cars, but I have been sort of 100% full on bikes this week. And when we actually did our figures for the end of the week, the bike garage actually took as much as the car garage, which is, it's normally 2/3 to 1/3. So it just shows you how many people are getting out on their bikes this week, having servicing and having stuff done. And if you can hear dings in the background, I've got Mrs. RB sat over here, and she's working from home as well tonight, so she's doing a bit of overtime. You can wave. She said she's working. So picking up the yeah, when you're ready, Smitty. Obviously, I'm going to be here for about an hour, but yeah, you're very welcome to that shout out, buddy. So if you want to come and yeah, there's Rev late again. Where the hell are you, Ben? So obviously we've got Bikes, Beards and Brews sort of kicking around on the Instagram. There's a lot of pages that we do, but let me just send him a message a second. So just bear with me. If you didn't see, obviously last week's live stream, and we had Ben in from Bikes, Beards and Brews, we asked him to tell us about ET, and obviously if you saw that video, he's got the full size ET, he's got the bike, and we're having a little bit of fun with him. And then obviously we had quite a few of the big riders in, and we had a customer in our garage actually. That's it's a little bit of a long story, but I'm sure you guys are going to appreciate this. And we were chatting about what big riders were around in the 70s. And obviously, when did you start riding? I said I started riding around about 81, 82. Um, so 82, 16, 83 took me test, passed first time. But we were talking about going off to bike meets and all the people that we saw. And he said to me, have you ever met any famous bike riders? I said, yeah. I said, met Sheen, met Kenny Roberts. We went trackside at Silverstone back in the 80s and met them. and he actually said to us. Oh, let me just post a link up on the Instagram for the boys. There we go. So we're up and running. Um, he said to me, he said the one bike riders that I do remember meeting back in the 80s was a guy called Agostini, Giacomo Agostini, a very big Italian rider. And he said he actually met him trackside and ended up going back and having a chat with him. And they went out for a meal. And I said, what was he like as a rider? He said, you wouldn't believe he was the most down to earth thing. And that is the thing about bike riders. You see all these film stars and celebrities, and they're all, I am a celebrity. You go and meet a bike rider, and they're just normal, everyday people. Same as Fogarty. Met Fogarty, really nice guy. We were at one of the big bike shows. Fogarty was there, which is where I bought my LS2 helmet from. And we're nattering away, and next thing you know, Guy Martins walked in, and it was like, "Hey up, lads, want a pint of bitter?" Just going to introduce this guy. My God, he's growing the beard back again. So it's Stu. Evening, Stu. How you doing?
Not bad, buddy. How are you?
Yeah, very, very good. Oh, trust you. Hooters t-shirt as well.
You know it.
How's your week been?
Rubbish. Rain on and off. It's just been hopeless.
Yeah, we've had it here. Sort of, it's been every day. It's been rain, rain, rain. We've managed to shoot. Obviously, if you saw when I posted up about the two bikes that I rode this week, so we took the BM out this week. We took the little Royal Alloy out. That thing's covered in rain. And for people that obviously don't know who Zhead is, this guy over here, just here. Introduce yourself, Stu. If the man himself, Mr. ZZR. So fire away, Stu.
Well, Deadhead Motovlogs. Been back on YouTube since about March. Sitting about the 280 subscriber mark. I actually got my statistics in from YouTube for my last month, and my viewing time and hours, is that watch hours, has actually been quite good for me. So I ride a ZZR 1400 Gen 1. I stay just outside Glasgow, so most of my rides are in and around Loch Lomond and beyond.
Brilliant. Quick one for you, Stu. Have you seen the Basic Bikers new video this week, the Chippy Run?
Yes, I was meant to be going on it, but something came up that I couldn't get out on it. So
I sat
I'm actually.
Go on.
My next vlog is like they were up at Inverary. So my next vlog's going to be from Inverary back to Arica because the scenery is just absolutely phenomenal. So that's what I'm planning and doing in my next vlog.
I did comment on his video earlier. I said to him that Yamaha he's got sounds so good, but some of those roads up there where they're actually filtering, absolutely gorgeous ride. We've just got another guy to add into the stream. If you happen to own a three-wheeler or you own a trike, or you've got anything that is got two wheels at the front, then now is your time to exit the live stream because we're going to bring this guy in. He roasts everybody, and it's all tongue-in-cheek, but this guy can roast for the best of the Americans, so we're going to bring him in. This is Ben from Bikes, Beards and Brews.
Hey,
loving that Can-Am video. That was hilarious.
I'm loving that on a stream with Zhead. I haven't seen him in forever, man.
How you doing, man?
What's up, guy?
Yeah, good. And obviously, Ben was on with us last week from Bikes, Beers and Brews. But for those that missed it, Ben, fire away. The floor is yours.
What am I doing?
Just tell us about yourself. And obviously, we all know about ET in the background.
Oh, hi. So I'm Big Smitty Riding's biggest fan. I don't actually own a motorcycle. I just stock him while I'm bored. No, I'm kidding.
I'm being interrupted here. She's like, "Oh, it's ET, it's ET." She's going phone home. Put your head in here. Just say hi to the boy. No, she's cracking on with work. So yeah, the wife's doing overtime from work, but she's in the office next to me over here. But she's going phone home.
It's all about the ET. ET's more popular than I am, so whatever.
Exactly.
Like I should just put him on all my channel, all my videos, so I get more subscribers.
And we've got a couple in here. So Tom's just dropped in. Evening, Tom. Good to see you. Junkyard Dad Ski, be well, RB. Yeah. He's obviously dropped the kids' time, but when you're about, obviously, guys, pop in. I did post the link up, so I'm going to post it up again. If you do want to, obviously, jump in, I have a space for another 3 more people. So the StreamYard link is there. It is free to enter. Obviously, I don't have hundreds of people on the channel. I have enough for 6, but I refuse to pay StreamYard $20 a month just for.
I know, I'm the same with that. That's the Scottish in me.
I guess the real question is Junkyard Dadski dropping his kids off, or is he taking his kids to the pool?
That's a saying in England. Dropping the kids at the pool. It's she's laughing here. Just got to say hello to that LXS guy. So evening, chaps. Evening, buddies. Good to see you in the room. He's one of my Lexmoto followers. Obviously, comments on all my videos. So for those of you that haven't seen, obviously Lexmoto are struggling to get bikes out at the moment. We've got 120 dealers. I've had calls. Stu's going to be up Glasgow way, so he's going to know sort of, obviously there are Lexmoto dealers up there. Nobody in Scotland can get any bikes at the moment. We've had 5 inquiries from people in Scotland saying, have you got an LXR? Have you got an LXS? Yes, I've got them in stock. How much to deliver? And our courier is asking 400 quid a pop to, obviously it's a 400-mile round trip there and back. But if man in the van, you got a man in the van, or you want to take a trip down, we've got LXSs, LXRs coming.
You should recommend that they hire a van. They can hire a van for 100 quid for the weekend.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? You pay the extra mileage.
Yeah, I was gonna say around here you just rent a U-Haul for the day.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
Like
That's what I would do.
But the thing is, we've got, obviously, they've had 4,000 bikes arrive. It's just getting them out to the dealers and dealing with Euro 5 at the moment. But my LXR video that I have done, thanks to everybody that's watched it, it's just hit 9 and a bit thousand views. So that video is going absolutely nuts. But I'm just going to get another guy in. He's not been here for absolutely ages, and he does some really good videos. I'm going to get him to introduce himself. Most of us bike bloggers in here know who he is, but the man himself, Mr. Carl Dutz. Evening, Carl.
Hello.
So,
Carl,
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can, Carl. Yeah. All good, mate.
Ben, I think it was on one of it was on one of Military Bikers' live streams. My 10-year-old son said you were Mad Max. he could not believe you weren't Mad Max. Not that I've let my 10-year-old son watch Mad Max. No. But don't tell the wife.
As I was gonna say, I grew up on those like movies, so I'm actually enjoying your wallpaper right now. That is amazing.
That is a bit good, isn't it?
I'm in good company, yeah.
My nephew would be doing his crust over that wallpaper, I tell you. He loves anything from Marvel.
There you go.
Loving it.
how are you getting on with your audio, Carol? I know you were doing a few wee sort of.
Yeah, I'm still getting around it. I'm still doing it. I've done a couple of different systems and that. I'm settling on it. I've got it a bit better. That the actual. I've been meaning to do another one, but the actual one that I posted, I don't think it was anything in the recording. It was me in editing. Because I do two. I have two, like, what do you call them, streams? I have 2 recording streams. I've got one recording just my voice, and another recording the engine and the outside and that. And I think I mixed them a bit too high. Put the engine on a bit too, and it did drown out what I was saying and that. So I haven't done much different. Just in editing, I've put up a couple of videos where I've done it a bit. I've put my voice a bit louder, So it's looking all right. happy with it so far. But it's with me. I'm permanently fiddling about and trying to change it and get it a little bit better and that. And sometimes you go the opposite direction. You know, you make it worse.
Yeah.
And I think that was the case that time. So
Yeah, so I've got a Tascam DR05, which I'm looking at. I'm looking at actually using that for my engine noise because I've got like a wind jammer and that for the underside of my helmet, and
yeah,
I record my audio through my Sena 10S into a GoPro Hero 4. So the Sena's got noise cancellation, so anything beyond the wind jammer it doesn't really pick up. So the bike noise is quite muted.
yeah.
But when I'm out in my bike, on you go.
Sorry, no, you go on.
I was going to say it's like when I'm riding and the bike's warmed up, it pops and farts, and you just don't get that effect through the helmet. You know?
Yeah. So
before we get too far in, what's everybody drinking tonight?
Coffee.
Water and Coke right now. I'm at work.
I'm not actually drinking anything. I've got a busy day tomorrow, so.
Just me then. So I've got the green screen on, but I am drinking at the moment Spanish Merlot. So
I'm drinking coffee.
yeah, same as her next to me. A quick question from everybody, and obviously I had one that came up, and I'm gonna drop it down the bottom. So E10 fuel. If you haven't heard about E10 fuel, basically unleaded from September this year, and it's in Bike Magazine, page 41 and 42. And they're saying unleaded at the end of this year, 95 octane unleaded is going to start to become unavailable. And I'm like, really? Now, this came from a customer that actually phoned in asking about Chinese bikes and said, if E10 fuel comes in, which is ethanol based, ethanol is known to rot rubber carb seals. So are the Chinese bikes going to suffer from fuel injector problems or carb issues? If you've got a pre-1990s bike that is all carbed, ethanol is going to affect it badly. And I'm like, really? So yeah, E10 is the big fuel out. It's coming in September. You can find it all in Bike Magazine. I never believe anything I see in the media. Don't believe anything you see on Google. It's the biggest load of bullshit, basically, pardon the pun, but bullshit out. And I said to him, I said, really? And he went, yep, it's the big thing, E10, and he just bagged on about E10, E10, E10. And I'm like, okay, fine. So why have Lexmoto not obviously updated me that E10 is going to be an issue? And if the big dealers will always notify their sellers what is going on in the brand. And I said to him, actually, I said, ethanol does not ruin a bike. And he went, why is that? I said, because my Kawasaki runs on it all the time. I actually shoot, go to the local garage and I will put in what we call BP Ultimate or BP Ultimate or Shell V Power, which is the one with the additives. I will also molly shot, so I buy liquid molly shooters. Every tank that I put in the bike, I'll add a molly shooter, but I'll also add about 0.5 of a litre of ethanol into my tank to get a better burnout of my petrol. So my fuel is burning at about 102. So hence why when you hear me riding my bike, it pops and crackles like an absolute bugger. But also the reason that I'm getting 20 to 25 to the gallon, because the standard Kawasaki Ninja runs 180 and 190 jets. Now, obviously, when we debaffled the can, I had a hell of a lot of running issues. And we went to a local dyno garage and said to him, I've got running issues. I've debaffled my can. And he went, yeah, he said, you need to update your jets to match your output of the bike because you measure the back pressure against your jet. And I'm actually running, instead of 180, 190, I'm running 200 and 210 jets on my carbs. But the can is actually matched to the bike now. But it does crackle, it does pop, it spits flames. But you hit that 9,000 RPM power band, all hell breaks. It's hang on to your hats. Now, obviously, you don't get that problem with the ZZR. I'm with the Akropovich cans on it. They're already pre-set up for the bike. But they always say never ever run 95 octane in a ZZR. Always go for the higher fuel, the 97, and burn the 97 on it. But don't put the standard plugs in. Also run the iridiums in that, because the iridiums will always run hotter on the bike.
I gotta tell you, when I had my Ninja, I had an 07. It had carbs and it had no catalytic converter, and it ran best when I put 100 octane low lead aircraft fuel in it.
Exactly. Yeah.
I used to work at an airport, and I would just buy like 4 gallons, and I'd put it into like the plane. The plane.
Right. I'm just gonna bring. I'm actually really, really privileged. I'm going to bring someone into the room. If you haven't checked out the latest video, I watched it tonight. Now, obviously, all of us in here know burning gas, hauling gas. We all know Gav.
Is he at your house right now? Is he sleeping over?
He's probably working, but Sarah has obviously got into the moto vlogging. If you haven't checked out Mrs. Burning Gas Hauling Gas, Sarah has done probably one of the best videos I've seen in weeks and weeks. So Sarah, hello, welcome along.
Hi.
Thanks
for the lovely comments on the videos, guys.
As I said, the best way to moto vlog is just be yourself, be natural, say it as you see it, and just spiel it out. And your latest video, absolutely so spot on.
You nailed it. Absolutely nailed it.
Thank you so much. I was really nervous to do it. I didn't actually know how it was going to come out, but yeah, it worked. So yeah, I'm chuffed.
I don't know. I think Gareth's about to be out of a YouTube channel.
Exactly.
Oh, hey. I think he's watching this, by the way. He'll be giving you a boost now.
His little short video that he, I think it was either you or Gav did that short on that Indian. Oh God, I was like, I like my sports bikes, but that is, to look at that bike, that is such a sweet, sexy looking bike, and it was an amazing bit of kit. Yeah, really, really good.
Yeah, it was a really nice bike in the flesh, and it's definitely going to be a good one. They've not got the demos out yet here in the UK for us to trial, so that's going to need to be a later video, I'm afraid. So we're just waiting on them coming back to us with it.
Right.
I was going to say, just remembering that last live stream I was on with Gareth, he was mentioning the EU was putting a levy, a 56% levy on Harleys coming into the UK. That's now been changed. They're wavering it. So
yeah, it's quite good. They've managed to put a pause on it for now to figure out what's. I mean,
it will certainly help.
How they were going to get away with that, you know, it's hard enough as it is after COVID and things. With a lot of dealers have already lost a couple in the UK. I think. I think Chester closed down. I think there's a couple others, but there was no way.
A Triumph knocking away from Ducati and Harley at Glasgow.
Yeah, well, there was a rumour that Ducati Manchester.
Ducati Manchester bought them, and I think there was something happened with Triumph and Ducati Manchester that they don't go on.
Oh, okay.
And Triumph are moving out, and I've heard that Ducati's possibly moving to the old Ride-On facility in Wellington.
Okay. Right, okay.
Because that building that they're in must be costing them an absolute fortune to run.
Yeah. Unless you're getting decent sales in and things, then there's no way that the overheads on that are just going to be far too high to keep that running. Even if they move back to somewhere like Ride-On for the first little while to get themselves back on their feet again, and then even consider it, because the building is shown as up for let right now. But I don't know who's going to move into there.
Quick question from Minty, guys. So I'll get you guys' opinions on these. Anyone recommends something I can use to help rain on my visor? He has a pin lock that works, but the rain is a pain.
Yeah, when the rain builds up on your visor, look left, look right, it'll be gone.
Yeah,
that's all.
You can also use that. There's a product that you can get called Rain-X.
Yeah.
And you spray it onto your visor, and then you spray water on after it, and rub it in and it goes clear. And basically what it does, it's got like a hygroscopic barrier. So when the rain hits it, it beads and it just comes clean off your visor. But one of the best tips that I ever got was when I read the Barry Sheen autobiography, and it was Fairy Liquid for fogging up on the inside of the visor. He swore by it.
I used to use Rain-X on my car windshield, and then like it would rain at night, and I wouldn't use my wipers because you didn't need to. But then I realized it was really dangerous because of the way it comes off your windshield. You just get mesmerized. So I just sit there and
you feel as if you're in a starship.
And I would just stop watching the road. I was doing like eating, just watching trails going up my window.
See, the thing I use, and they're actually built into my ride gloves. On my left-hand ride glove, I have a little rubber band, so I literally vroom, and it works like a windscreen wiper. So you can get a lot of the new bike gloves that have actually got the rain wiper either in the front finger or in sort of semi off the palm, so you just whoomp. But mine tends to be in my finger, so I can just whoomp.
Oh yeah, I have those on my skiing gloves. It's right on my thumb. It's a just straight up squeegee.
Yeah, it's literally just a squeegee on the end of your finger. We actually saw some guy come into the garage, and he'd been down and bought a piece of they call it where you have your heating, and it's basically pipe insulation, and it was a piece of foam, and he says, I just put it on my finger when it rains, and so cheap option for about 50 pence. You can go and buy yourself a cheap piece of foam and obviously wipe it.
Yeah, I find that as long as I'm at least doing 30 miles an hour, I think that's like 6,000 kilometers for everyone else. If you look left, look right, it just comes right off.
Wax-based furniture polish on the outside and toothpaste on the inside. That's cheaper. That's cheaper than 50 pence.
Quick question here. Oh God, if you were to obviously 125s, yeah, that's my era. So would you pick from a Zontes, a KTM, or a Yamaha? At the end of the day, it's down to individual choice. They are all good bikes if maintained, looked after, and serviced regularly on time. The only thing that you will find with 125 bikes, most 17-year-olds second hand have either ragged the hell out of them to the absolute limit, or they've got no basic maintenance skills, and you'll find that the chain is slack and rusty. It's never had an oil change in its life. So check the previous history of the bike, check the service history, check the owner, ask him how he's ridden it. If he said, I've had 75 out of it, walk away. If he said, it's my daily ride to work, I sit at 55, 60, buy the hell out of that bike. But most 125cc bikes are going to be absolutely ragged to the hill, which is why we always say for the price of buying it, Chinese bikes are good. They are a starter bike to get you through that first 2 years of biking before you decide you want to do your A1, your A2, and step up to the big bike. Most new bikes you can pick up for under $2,000 and 2-year warranty on it. You've got yourself a good bike for that first 2 years that's going to get you through. We've got an owner now that's he bought an XTRS back in 2006, and the thing is still going. It's done, I think, 17,500 miles now. But he comes in every 6 months, he services it, he maintains it. He's had so many chains and sprockets on the damn thing, but it keeps going, it keeps going, it keeps going. So it's all down to sit on YouTube, look at a load of how to maintain your bike, how to do chain tension, how to grease and lubricate your chain, how to do an oil change, how to check your head race bearings. Head race bearings are a big thing at the moment. So get in there, check it all out. But if you get stuck, all these guys over here and down here, they are all bikers, and they're all here to give you tips.
Red Bomb, did you have you been on Basic Bikers Facebook page? There was a girl on there that had a 6-month-old 125 and the swing arm bearings and everything that collapsed on. Yeah. She had actually taken the bike in for its first service. The guy said if I was putting this through an MOT, it would fail. You're like, what? But I think I posted a comment or a message there to say, listen, if you've got that on finance, I'd be contacting the finance company.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
hook that back to the dealer and get shot of it. You know, I'm not going to say every Chinese bike is 100% perfect. There are some dealers, and we've seen it where people have obviously messaged me. They've watched my videos and they've seen all the ride tests that I do, and they say to you, you know, why does it take you 3 weeks to turn a bike around? We will do a bolt check. First thing it's going to come in, it's going to have the bolt check on, number plates on, put some fuel in it, run the bike up. That will sit on the tech's ramp for 10 minutes. Because we allow 10 minutes on an air-cooled bike for it to run up, and then we'll shut the bike off just to make sure it's ticking over. Then it comes to me. I'll go out and put 10 miles on the bike. It will then come in and have a QC. But the following week, when we do the same thing all over again, we rotate the technicians. So the guy that's done the PDI will do the QC. The guy that's doing the QC will do the PDI. I will still do the ride test. And I've been known, and obviously riding it, to come in on the day of handover and say, I'm not handing that bike over. Why? The clutch isn't adjusted right. I'm not happy with the back brake on it. There's too much travel on the back brake pedal, or the front brake feels really spongy. Get it into the tech. And if my tech can do it in a couple of hours, great. But I'll be phoning the customer saying, I'm not happy with the bike. I'm going to hold back on this. You're going to have to wait a day to get a handover, because I am not releasing a bike that I don't seem 100% spot on. And that is why
people will appreciate that more.
Yeah, we shipped out 131 bikes last year, and none of them came back. And yet we had a phone call, I think it was Wednesday or Thursday, where a guy had sent a bike out. It was one of our bikes, and it had actually gone up north. The local garage had took it in, and with the LXRs, you have to take the complete filter cover off, take the filter out, new paper filter in, put the cover on. And he said, my bike's dripping oil. When it went back to the dealer, whoever had put that filter cover on had literally put it on loose and just whizzed the 3 screws straight up and actually crimped the edge of the rubber oil seal. So all you could see was the steel braided underneath, but the actual rubber around it had all come off. And he said to me, is that right? I said, no, they should actually mount it, wiggle it on, hand tighten the nuts, and then torque them individually. You never whip anything up with an impact gun. And he's obviously put in a warranty claim. And I said to him, you're going to have to go to the dealer, go up north, sort it out. Dealer's going to have to do it under warranty. But there are so many people out there at the moment. The bike market is an open market for people just to go, yeah, I've got a bike, sell, sell, sell. We've seen sort of Lex Motos that brand new sell for £1,800 and 19,500 kilometers on them, and they're still going for 3/4 of the value. Second-hand bike market at the moment is absolutely stupid because people cannot buy bikes.
It's brilliant up here. We're cut off up here. It's brilliant, the bike market, because you can literally travel 2 hours down the M6, go to somewhere like Fleetwood or Blackpool. It's places like that. Not even further than Manchester or anything like that. You can bring a bike back up to here, and because we're out in the sticks, we're cut off from everything. There's hardly anything up here. You can go and get a bike from them places, bring it up here, not touch it. You don't have to touch it, and you can sell it for a third more than what you bought it for.
I'm gonna bring. Oh, he's disappeared. He was in here. I was about to bring Swami in 2 wheels down, but he's disappeared. He's on his mobile phone at the moment. So as soon as he pops up, we're going to get Swami in the room. If you haven't seen Swami's latest video, quick one, Salty and Sprinkles in here. So he's just made, as the English would say, we've just made it to Arkansas. No, but it's Arkansas. He's salty. 34th time I've watched your video, and it's getting on my nerves now. It's just such a good video. So as soon as Swami comes back, we'll be getting him in. Quick one from Method Man. I'll be buying brand new, first time rider at the age of 41. So welcome to the biking brotherhood. You're never too old to ride. We've known people in their 50s and 60s that have got back into biking. I have a brother and sisterhood. I'm being politically corrected here by the wife. She's like, brother and sisterhood. All right, yes, dear.
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing, especially, being that on your panel there.
Yeah. She's telling me I'm under the thumb. Yeah. And oh God, where are we?
I think
Gingerbread Man.
I think when you get these people that ask you why it takes 3 weeks to go through a bike, you should just respond with, "Why are you upset that we're so thorough?"
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
100%.
We've seen. I'm not going to mention the channel, but obviously, people say, "Oh, is he your rival?" You do what you do. Everybody, we're all in this together. We've got 50 or 60 vloggers in milk.
Is it Jim Diesel? It's Jim Diesel, isn't it?
No.
You guys fighting over music again?
Come on.
There are bike bloggers that do it. Bike vloggers that do it good. And there are bike vloggers that do it badly. Every video that I put out, I just say to people, I do what I do. I'm not making a huge fortune off of YouTube. I made 60 quid this month. Whoopie do. That's literally paid for about an eighth of the gear that and the amount of studio time that I've spent up in this office, because I get in at 6 o'clock at night and I am sat in this office till 9-10 every evening, just editing videos for the garage, and I don't get paid for that. I do that in my own free time, so I don't get paid for it.
I'm more impressed that you're making money at all. Like, I don't know what that's.
Costs me far more than 60 quid.
Yeah.
I don't know what a quid is, but I'm pretty sure I spent like 2,000 of those just setting my channel up.
Exactly. Yeah. So we do it for the love of it, but there are two vloggers in the UK that do just Lex Moto, which is myself and Spicy 110. Now, obviously, I know Spicy 110 on a very, very good basis, and what he does put out, he says it as he sees it, straight down the middle, unbiased reports. But we do have another vlogger in our local area that does Lex Moto, and I'm not going to obviously name the channel, but a lot of people know his shop. I'm not even going to go into what the shop is.
Go on. Tell us.
No, I'm not going to go there.
You know you want to.
Lex,
is that an Ann Summers shop?
when you buy a Lex Moto, you are given a pack, and that pack states that you must ride the bike at 40 miles per hour to 45 maximum speed for the first 311 miles. Service, then 932 is your next limit, and you can ride at 50 to 55 miles. Second service, and then the bike is good to go full speed. It's in the Lex Moto pack. So hence why all my ride videos, people say to me, why do you go so slow down the main A roads and the dual carriageways at 40 mile an hour? We are limited what Lex Moto tell us to ride a bike in at. If that's the rules, you don't bend the rules, you don't break the rules, you stick to what you are told. He put a video up, brand new bike, and he takes it out, and his camera is set up so badly that it's literally the clocks on the front of the road. You see the first 10 yards of road. 2 miles into the ride, and you can hear the bike screaming its nuts off at 63 mile an hour. This is the new Lex Moto, blah, 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 blah. And I actually put up, you shouldn't be riding the bike at that speed. No, all bikes are running. You can actually damage the bike more if you run it in at a slower speed, because you're bluing the pistons and damaging the barrels. Okay, so how do you come to that point? You've got your opinion, I've got mine, but then the comment came in on his channel, yes, this was my bike, and the effing thing went bang after 2 weeks.
There you go.
There you go. That video was actually removed from his channel because he had so many comments. But obviously, he does his way, I do mine. Never the twain will meet, and I never ever comment on what another channel will do. If you want to do your bike videos and you want to do your own thing, I'm going to stick to the rules. This is how I do it. The only time I break the rules is when I'm out on the ZX7, and I will blur the clocks a little bit. But that is the way it goes. The rules are there. That's what you're given. And if you're gonna be videoing, and the customer knows that you're on his bike and you're going to be riding it at 63 mile an hour, he's going to want to know why you're riding it at 63 mile an hour. Hence why we do all our videos. So Iron Dundee has just joined us. So g'day. How you doing?
That dude has like the most Australian channel ever. Everything about it is so like Australian. And I love it. I love it. He like pulls out the giant like Bowie knife and like he's got Dundee in his name.
That's not a knife. This is a knife.
Yeah, dude. He even put kangaroos in one of his videos because I asked him why he doesn't have any.
Good one there. He's said in a psychiatric facility.
There's a fair chance.
Good job. White Rock Riders just joined us. Evening, White. Good to see you, buddy. Right, so on to the next subject, and we are going to be talking, and obviously the new Triumph has come out. What do people think of the new Triumph?
The thing with the R7.
It's oh god, I can't even remember which one it is. Bear with me a second, and I will tell you which.
They brought out the R7 last week. It just looks like an MT-07 with a fairing. Quite a tall bike.
I mean, if it's not a Rocket 3, why are we talking about it?
It's the new Triumph Speed Triple 1200.
All right.
Obviously, I got a message this week. I know a certain biker in London. He's very, very famous. He's got like 2.5 million followers, and he messaged to say, "I've got the new Triumph 1200. Do you fancy having a look at it?" And he's put it. There she goes. Bye. She's off for a cigarette. And he said, obviously, I'm going to be putting it up on my channel. So I had a watch of his video tonight, and it's Triumph. Yeah, it's the typical Triumph triple, but I wasn't that impressed over it. And obviously, first ride of it, you can go and check him out. Royal Jordanian. Everybody knows RJ in the UK. Yeah, but walking around, he's done a really good video on it, but it just didn't impress me. It just looks like all the others.
You should have a look at the R7. They say they launched that, and they will be able to make that A2 license approved. For the likes of Ben, you not understand, like when new riders in the UK, they have to ride restricted bikes, so you have to restrict the horsepower. So this new R7 allows you to do that.
From Ginger Dead Man, I've got a Jinlin. It's a Chinese bike. It looks like an American cruiser. Yeah, I'm a big lad, so I need a lot. I'll tell you what, there was 3 really good cruisers that first come out about 5 or 6 years ago, and they've all been discontinued. So the Jinlin was one of them. They had the Hyosung GV. Go and check out Hyosung GV 125. They were a very, very good bike. They did a GV 250. They did a GV 650. The 650, and I've commented on it so many times. The GV 650 was a perfect copy of the Harley Night Rod. It was literally 650 version, smaller version of the Harley Night Rod. Harley actually took Hyosung to court in America, and the managing director of Hyosung actually turned up in court in New York, state court in New York, with the big Harley manufacturers, and Harley went, "You've copied our bike," and the American judge went, "Right," and he looked at all the spec for the bike, and Hyosung actually turned around and went, "No, we changed the fork angle by 4 degrees," and they got away with it. They actually got away with a perfect copy of the Harley Night Rod and the V Rod. So check out the Hyosung GV125. That was discontinued because everybody then decided, no, we're not going to follow that one. Lexmoto did the Michigan. The Michigan is still a good bike. They've just launched the Euro 5, but it's just gone up £300. So you're looking at nearly £2,000 for a 125 cruiser. Is it going to sell? I've just sold one. I had it in literally 1 hour. Customer phoned up. Have you got the Michigan? Yeah, it's gone up 300 quid. This is the new one. This is the photo. Boom, and they bought it. I'm riding that tomorrow, so I'm going to be doing a video on that one. But 125, and it's just I can only ride a 125. Yeah, I got CBT tomorrow. Good luck with the CBT.
All the best.
Yeah, all the best.
Good luck.
As I always say, with any bike, a picture can sell 1,000 bikes. Photoshopping, lighting angles, camera angles can sell 1,000 bikes. Hence why I do a full video walk round. But I always say to any customer that's going to buy a bike, go and look at the bike, sit on the bike, ask the dealer if you can start the bike. Obviously, our bikes are brand new, so no batteries, no fuel in them. Sit on the bike, try it for size. If you're happy with the bike, then buy it. But don't just buy it because you like something in the photo. We got 2 new sports bikes out this week, the Euro 4, Euro 5 bikes. Both of my videos are going absolutely nuts. The LXS and the LXR. Now, the LXR, bigger bike, longer bike, lovely bike. The original one was really good. The LXS, Lexmotor have released it. Underseat exhaust. It's 13.5 horsepower, 13.8 compared to 12.5. 6-speed box, full digital dash, all singing, all dancing. And it looks like a Yamaha MT because it's grey and fluoro yellow wheels. So it's Yamaha. They've taken Yamaha MT colours. Do I like it? No, because it is the most uncomfortable bike to ride because I'm a 32 inside leg. I can't get my legs up high enough on the pegs. And I'm like this, I'm crunched over the tank. And I like sports bikes, but the LXR is more comfortable to me. So that's like me saying, putting Zed on a ZZR 1400 and then asking him to ride a 125 that is half the size.
That ain't happening.
That's the thing. You need to watch the 125s because a lot of them are so small. There are a few makes that are like a bit kind of higher. Like I think the KTM would be a little bit kind of higher for if you're a bit taller.
Exactly. But sit on a bike, try it for size, then make your decision. Don't just go because you look something that looks nice in a photo. I love the look of the Harley Night Rod. Would I ride one? Hell yes. Would I go and buy an Indian? Probably not, because I'm not a lover of baggers. But the upright position
Indian doesn't have just baggers. Come on.
I know.
They've got their new dyno.
That was like so comfortable. Like you have no idea. Just the balance of that bike. Like I could literally sit no hands on the bars and feel so comfortable.
Like looking at the bike close up, was the LCD display as good as it looked on the camera?
Yep. Better.
It looks spectacular, it really did.
It was just so clear. And
you can tell that it's been thought out. It's been really well
thought out. And like even just where it sits on the bike, like just the whole riding position.
Your eyes aren't having to look over the whole dash to see what's.
Because I tend to find with the Slim, like I kind of have to kind of glance down, not like right down, but like it's kind of in your eyesight. But with that, it was like right in your line. You didn't have to change, like didn't have to be like total looking about you.
Blimey.
I like it.
That's another thing with like Harley. They don't seem to they're not good at putting the gauges in easy to look at places. Like I took my friend just bought a brand new 2021 Road King and I drove it home for him. And the whole time I'm just looking straight down to see like what the speed was because the gauge is just so low. It's so annoying. Like Indian definitely gets that stuff right.
Quick one from Tom. Oh, blimey! I've got some really. I'm just going to run through some of the comments here, guys. So, got robbed at knife point last night on his motor. Jesus, man! Sorry to hear that. It's like, wow, that's a bit shocking. Probably, hopefully, most people say it was London, so he's just saying, obviously, they nicked his money. What we would say is if you are riding in inner cities, and we are seeing a lot of it at the moment, especially Milton Keynes. If you know Milton Keynes, it's known for roundabouts. we've got, I think it's about just short of 120 roundabouts in our city. So every half a mile, you've got a roundabout, round the corner, roundabout. Some of our
And
estates
no
that
right,
you don't go into some of those
no right
estates.
hand tread.
It's like going to Kilmarnock or whatever. But if you are obviously riding at night, you have to be, especially London, you've got to be really aware. You've got to have that 360 spider sense going on. And if you do notice something going on, and you've got a red light, just gun it through the red light. If you're safe to go, just gun it through the red light. I am going to comment on one guy here because obviously this guy sent me a message in the middle of the week. So he's one of my followers, MT Belly. I'm not going to say a lot about it, but he obviously, I think it was his brother. He lost his brother to cancer back in 2019. And obviously he messaged me and said, look, it's I've got a prom coming up. I think it was his daughter. I'm sure it was MT. Let us know. I'm sure it was his daughter that messaged me, but it's up on my RevBomb page on my Facebook. And he was looking to get a ride out for obviously his brother had promised to take the daughter to prom, when she was ready for leavers due at school. And obviously because the brother had passed, he couldn't do it. And he said, can you help out? I said, well, obviously he's in Nottingham. I'm in Milton Keynes, which is miles and miles away. And that thing up here is not the most comfortable bike to ride. I'm not going to get the Z till about August, so I couldn't help out. But I said, leave it with me. I will put a few messages out. And obviously I spoke to Craig and all the guys from Motor Red. They are Z, so the Motor Rev guys. So I stuck a message up to them. And obviously they said, we're about, we'll try and help if we can. Now, obviously, I'm a member of the ZZR Owners Club, and I stuck a message on there. Within 20 minutes of me sticking that message up on the ZZR Owners page, I had nearly 50 guys come forward and said, I've got a ZZR available. I've got extra grab handles on it. I've got a nice top box with a pad on it. I'll get you a ride on the bike. Now, not only has MT got himself a ride, he's got himself, I think, a 26 bike escort as well. So I just want to say a big thank you. Oh, here we go. He's just posted up. So it was his daughter's leavers assembly for school. Response was unreal. Yeah, the phone is, he literally said his phone blew up. And I just want to say, obviously, I get a lot of the guys that watch my channel. A big thank you to the ZZR Owners Club for all those guys with the ZZRs coming forward saying, yeah, we'll do a ride. We will give you a ZZR escort. So she's got a full Kawasaki Team Green. I'll
tell you, it'll be a fast escort.
But yes, I shall come for a cigarette in a minute. But big thank you. I can't believe the response from I tried about half a dozen different groups, and all the guys from the ZZR just turned around and went, boom, yeah, we'll do it, guys.
You didn't try the spider groups?
No. I don't think she wanted to ride on a Can-Am, but it was just, as I said to MT, at the end of the day, this Sunday we've got the Lee Rigby ride out. So the Lee Rigby ride out, if you don't know who Lee Rigby is, soldier that was killed by a couple of hoodlums. So they've got the Lee Rigby ride out this weekend. The following, I think we've just done Ride to the Wall or something. So for the next 4 or 5 Sundays, we are riding every Sunday. And people say, why do you do it? Because it's a biking brotherhood and sisterhood. We are all family here, so it doesn't matter whether you're from Australia, America, Canada, all over the world, we are all the same people. It's a biking brotherhood. And it's not until you're a biker that you realize how good our brotherhood is. You get a rider down, 20 to 50 people are going to turn out and just ride at that guy's funeral because they're bikers. You don't even know the guy, but you're turning up on your bike just to show your mark of respect, because biking brotherhood and sisterhood is a big thing. So it's just part of the amazing stuff that we do. We did the PC Harper ride, and we had 24,500 bikers turn up, and that was amazing. It's like they say, we just do what we do, and we don't expect nothing out of it. And I'm sure the guy that is offering the ride, even though he'll get offered some money for some petrol, he's going to turn around and go, "No, I'm doing it because I'm a rider."
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to have a quick cigarette, guys. So you guys crack on and feel free to obviously chat away.
So I was wondering, whilst you're on, Sarah, what's happening with Gareth's ride, his Heart Foundation one? Is there anything further about that?
We've had to kind of wait on it just now because of his work pattern has been affected by quarantines in different places. So it's starting to look a bit better though. He's starting to look like he'll have more time at home soon.
Yeah.
So once he knows that he can have more time at home, then we'll be able to organise it a bit better and get better dates put out.
You have to bring it down to Lake District.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. Sorry.
Is his quarantine actually eating into his home time?
Yeah.
So that's the way they're working it, so that they're getting the full working time.
So he's currently doing around 7 weeks away and 3 weeks home. Yeah. But then when he's coming home, he's having to self-isolate for 10 days.
Yeah.
Unless under the new rules they'll be classed as exempt. He was exempt before, but I think they've changed them again with this whole new red, amber, green thing. So I'm not too sure. We'll need to read into a little bit more before he comes home. He's not due home until mid-June because of how it's working. It's just crazy.
Yeah,
it's really eating into his time. So it's just meaning that we're not having enough time to be able to put proper dates in place.
You should have been in by then, Sarah, do not?
No idea. I need to ask
him. Just for the record, if he gets quarantined in the US and he can't come home for a while, I'm gonna corrupt the shit out of him before he goes back. He's gonna be like head to toe Patriots gear. He's only gonna drink Sam Adams. He'll be like blasting the Dropkick Murphys and swearing and just being angry nonstop.
No, I don't know what bit I'm saying no to there, but probably the Patriots part. I can't do that. Carl, it's something that we had started to really kind of plan, and we had really looked up all the dealers. We'd started contacting dealers and saying we're going to come by and this is what we're doing. We had got good responses back from people. It was like sounding great, and then like they introduced a 5-day quarantine on his way. So you've probably seen him on his Instagram and stuff. He's been in Dubai, so he's been stuck there for days, and then even when he's coming home because of the flights where he works, they were restricted. So
see when he does a transfer, is he having to quarantine at every transfer, or do they allow him to?
Well, the country he works in had basically said when that new Kent variant came out, they were like, right, that's it. We don't want people coming directly from the UK here. Right. We want you to have been out of the UK for 5 days before you can come here. So that's why he was going to Dubai. So he's having to go there. And then when he gets back to work, he's then got to quarantine out in his house for so many days. Yeah. And then starts work and then does his full work. And then because of the flights, he was finishing maybe a Tuesday, but he wouldn't fly home until the Saturday. So already some of his time at home was actually at work.
Yeah.
So he should have been recording the shit out of everything. They did have all that time to edit it now, wouldn't they?
Yeah, I know. would have been good times for. Yeah, it's getting better though. Things are starting to improve, and I know some of it's been cut. So hopefully, depending on it just depends on different legislations and what have you. It's governing it, but we're definitely still doing it. It's definitely
you definitely have to bring it. you definitely have to bring it down here as well, because you'll have to excuse the pun, but that is something that is close to my heart, because I've had a couple of heart attacks, like, and and it is something that is, you know, I look out for. So I'd love to do. I'd love to be involved in some way.
No, that'd be great. With anybody that wants to be a part, whether you want to do a little bit of the journey with us, or like ride so far and then go back, or do you know, whatever you want to do, we're more than welcome it. I think it'd be really cool to have quite a few of us like doing journeys and going into dealers.
There's a convoy.
Yeah. The last time I think I was in a convoy was on one of the Erskine bike meets.
Yeah.
And it was just when I first got my first Harley. Had a 48, and I had just got it just in time for like Erskine and stuff. And then we did that. It was amazing. Like all the roads were lined with people and over the bridges on the way into Erskine, and it was just such an amazing thing to be part of. That, yeah, it'd be amazing to do it. Obviously, it's never going to be as big as that for what we were planning, but it would just be nice, yeah. Especially if it's things that are close to people's like hearts.
I said to Gareth at the time when he had actually talked about it, I said that as it goes on, I think it's going to grow bigger and bigger and bigger. And I think by the time you get to your last dealership, that's where you'll see the full scale of what you're doing. Because with word of mouth and the dealers all sort of getting in contact with each other, I think it'll do well.
As I say, if you get down to sort of Oxfordshire, because I think Gareth was on about going down to the Oxford dealer.
Yeah.
When you get down there, obviously, if it's around about August, I might have a ZZR, but if not, I'll come down on the ZX9. I'll join you on the ride. So
that'd be great.
I've got one popped up here. I can't wait till everything gets sorted. Father-in-law said he wants to take me to Bum in the Mud. That sounds a bit American, but.
All right, guys, I got to jump for now. So, good seeing y'all.
And you, Ben. Yeah, great to see you. Thanks for joining in on the live stream tonight, and keep those roasts coming in, because that if you haven't seen over this side up here, Bikes, Beards and Brews, guys, go check his channel out. As I always say, all my videos, if you go into all of my YouTube videos, down the bottom is a list of the motor vloggers that I recommend. There are loads in there, but the normal 5 or 6 in this room, and obviously Military Biker's not here, but Military Biker, bloody good channel. Go check out all those guys in the channel. Burning Gas Hauling House. I am trying to post up about 3 a week, so I've just posted up another 3 this week. So you've got Jim Diesel up there. You've got a couple of others. I think Ben's up on this week as well. So go check out. My name is Wade, but my frenemies call me Dead. Oh my God! Where's my body? What did you do with my body, you monster? Yeah, go check out this guy over here, Bikes, Beards and Brews. Amazing channel, guys, and he roasts people like you've never seen people roasted before. Quick one from obviously MT. So this is the history. So brother found out he got stomach cancer in February 19. Passed away November 19, got full set of gear for a daughter, and then obviously was sorting all his stuff out. MT, I was so really glad that I could help you out. You know, I just jumped on the phones. My boss actually gave me half an hour out to just get on the phones and speak to people. So I'm glad that I could help you out, and I'm glad obviously your daughter's sorted out now. And as I say, a big thank you to all the ZZR owners clubs on Facebook that have all jumped on that post and offered their services. They've done it all for free. So big thank you to all the biking boys and the girls out there that have all helped out. And as we say, we do it because we've got a passion for what we do. So thank you to everybody that has helped out on that. And I'm glad it's just sorted. You know, there's going to be tears, there's going to be laughter, there's going to be huge smiles everywhere. But as I say, get some photos for me, and I'm very, very welcome. You know, send them to me. I will share them up on the RevBomb page. I will share them up on my Facebook. I'll share them across all the ZZR owners clubs. There are a couple of that have actually messaged me with obviously telling me they are the bikers that are involved in that. And I've said, obviously, once the ride is over, I'll give you a mention. But until then, I'm going to try and keep it a little bit discreet. You know, there's nothing worse than a big, there's a big, you know, blow up over it, too much hype over it. Let's just keep it quiet. Let's keep it personal. It is very personal to you. So as soon as it goes up, then we'll get it up for you. But, you know, feel free to share the photos to me. Guy that's just joined us, midlife with a bike. Hey, guys and girls in there. So Iron Dundee, he's just about to scoot out as well. Got to run, but came in a little earlier than last time. RB, yeah. Obviously, Iron Dundee's time. He's been in Australia. I think he's like miles out. Sorry,
tomorrow.
I think my front door might be. Was that the front door you say? Oh, can I shut the bedroom door because I'm talking too loud?
You're talking what?
You know, like me. Yeah. MT, it was a pleasure. Get me some photos, get me some video. Hope she enjoys it, and just hope her day goes really, really good. So we're getting on for what we 10:15. We're an hour and a quarter in. I'm going to go about another 10 minutes or so, do an hour and a half on this, but we'll see how we go. Obviously, there are a lot of vlogs coming up this week. I think a couple of the guys are doing one. I know Ben's going to be doing one. Swami's going to be doing one. Two Wheels Down. Military Biker, he is up in about a week's time, I think. But obviously, Swami's sitting here. Swami was here and then he disappeared off. I don't know why. He's probably on his mobile phone. But
I started one tonight on this.
Oh, a gimbal.
It is like the most ridiculous. I can't see when I opened it, I was just like, "Are you kidding me?" Like, so yeah, this is my challenge. Like, I started to do an unboxing video and then unboxed it, and then was like, "I have not got a clue what I'm doing." Not a
that's when you do the nice fancy cut. And then come back once you've sussed all out and it's all singing and dancing.
I've got a little plan to try and work it in with like being on the bike and stuff, but I'll need to. I got like a new backpack that's for camera equipment, so I'll have to like try and see if that'll fit. I mean, I don't know if that will fit. I don't even know how that'll fit. I don't even know if that'll fit in Gareth's pannier, far less. Backpack, you'll think I'm going camping with the amount of stuff I'm going to be taking about with me. But yeah, that's my challenge this weekend, is to do a vlog and include, work this and include it in a vlog.
That obviously brings me on to my next subject, because obviously I use drift on the helmet, and people say to me, "Why don't you use the GoPro?" I actually like the profile of the Drift Ghost. I tend to stick around. I've had the same Drift Ghost for about 3 years now, and it does some really good shots. But I tried the Samsung 360. I did a couple of videos where I had the 360 camera. I wasn't a lover of the 360. But then obviously people have said to me, "Can you get some more?" Because when we do our test rides, I tend to hook it over into that one roundabout that we use every time, because it's got a nice bit of tarmac on it, and I tend to get the bike over very low. But people said, "We can't see your lean angle," hence why I bought a couple of cheap just action ride cameras that look like the basically GoPro copies. But someone said to me, "Have you tried the Insta 360?" And for what it is, it seems very overpriced, but I tend to find no one has got a review of the Insta 360. Is it a good camera or is it just hype?
Apple Drones is the one person to talk about that. He's actually selling his first Insta 360. He's got the new one. So he's had both of the generations. So he would be the man to talk to about that and his ease of use. He loves it. Some of the camera positions that he's had for it have been spectacular. You feel as if you're actually riding with him.
I I think they're good for the odd. They're good for the odd shot. But I tend to. I don't like to watch it when it's on too long. When they do it all the time. I think it's good for changing the angle and having a shot here and a shot there, sort of thing. You know, any longer, I don't.
One guy we like on YouTube who's not like he's not a motovlogger, but he's a photographer. Is David Manning, and he's done a few Insta 360s videos, unboxings of a couple of the different versions and stuff. But he's a really good guy to watch for a lot of different photography kind of related stuff, like GoPros and different bits and pieces like that.
I actually want to get one myself because like my son rides a stunt scooter. I quite like to place it in the middle of the skate park while he's doing a line, because when he's riding the skate park, he can be all over the skate park, and if I've got the Insta 360 in the middle, I can use.
Bear with me while I just do this.
Basically, just video tracking. You can track a person using the 360, so you'd be able to get the view right the way around. So I want to try it on that.
You see, the ones I tend to use are these. You can get these on eBay, and believe it or not, these things are £12 each. And it doesn't matter if it falls off the bike and hits the road. It's if you obliterate a £12 camera, but they're very, very easy to just fire up. So yeah, you can get these if you go onto eBay and basically put in 1060p action camera. Now, the only thing with these is they only last for about an hour. But you can buy spare batteries for them. They've got a nice little screen on the back there. So it's basically a GoPro copy, 1060p. Now
they got an external charger on them?
Yeah. This one tends to, because obviously you've got the little clip that fits on a bar, or you've got the little rubber mounts that come with it. That one tends to sit on my rear foot peg, so pointing backwards on the bike. So hence why the camera angle, because when that's on the foot peg, that tends to sit about there. But that gets me my lean angle on the bike. And then I have another one what I tend to put on the front mirror facing forward, pointing back at me, so you got the rider shot. But for 10 quid a piece, if it hits the road and shatters, you know, if you did that with a GoPro and you drop, and I know Jim did it with his GoPro where his mount came apart. Would I risk a £400 GoPro hitting the road? Probably not. For £10, I'm not going to worry about it.
I use tethers on my mounts. If anyone else does this, basically a tether with a lanyard on it. So like on my, I've got a DJI Osmo Action on my left hand mirror, looking at me. That's where my shot facing me comes from. So there's a tether mounted onto the side of the mirror as well. So if the camera mount fails, the tether catches the camera. The same with my helmet. I've got a tether that sits just at the side. It's just something that I've always done.
You've got GoPro 7 on my helmet and GoPro 4 on the handlebars. I don't always use the GoPro 4.
Yeah.
It just depends on how I feel.
The Hero 9, I've got, that's my chin mount facing out. As I say, the DJI Osmo Action, that's my rear facing camera. And the Hero 4, just now I'm only using it for the Senna backpack on my Senna 10S to do my audio, but what I'm going to do is mount it low, looking at my front wheel.
It's great audio, the GoPro Hero 4 has fantastic audio on it. The only problem is with that, when you're editing, you use up so much. If you use up so much space on your computer, you know, so much because you've just got you've got all the film on that just to get the audio and what have you. So you use a lot of space up. So
where do you see the space you use up with a Hero 9 running 5 feet?
Is that what they like, the Hero 9s?
It's brilliant.
Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant. See the horizon leveling, it's just spectacular.
See, I love the stabilization on the Hero 7, and I love the you can. I love the you can change it into a square screen and move that up and down. To get the best. You can cut a lot out. You can move it up and down and around and that, and you can focus. And
the Hero 9 does.
Yeah,
the Hero 9 does it.
It's about the only two things I like about the 7. Though I'm on my fifth GoPro 7 since 2020.
Right.
Fifth one. Everyone's speechless.
I can remember the last time I was on with you. You were telling us about some of the problems.
I've another one since then.
Right.
I broke 2. No, sorry, I broke 1, lost 1, and which obviously is my own fault. But I have had to send 3 back. 3 that have give up on us and that. So So my fifth one.
Another quick shout out I'm going to do, and these guys, Dad and Mad. I haven't heard anything from Dad and Mad in absolutely ages. They sent me a sticker pack through and loads of cards and that. If you haven't checked out Dad and Mad, go and have a look at them. She is doing great on that little bike. Obviously got her a little electric bike. She's doing really well.
She's a natural in front of the camera as well.
She's just such a natural little thing. We were. I hate it when my mother follows my channel, and it's embarrassing when my mum's commenting on my Facebook. Oh, that's my son. I'm like, oh God. She's figured out how to use YouTube now, and how to use Google. Now, obviously, when I started riding at 12 years old, I started doing professional motocross, got into school by motor. She went on and she said to me, I found some video of you. I'm like, no, please, no. She went, I found you on Dickie Davis's World of Sport. And I'm like, what's that? She went, it was a Saturday afternoon, football and motocross and everything. She found some video from me of 1980 and 1981, when I think I was about 14 or 15, riding for Team KTM. And I'm like, no, please. She went, it's on YouTube. And I'm like, right. And she sent me the link, and me and Mrs. sat and watched it. And she went, which one's you? And I went, I'm Tango Man going round. And she went, why is that? I said, because I've got bright orange leathers with the number 22 on my back. You cannot miss me. But do not search YouTube World of Sport 1980s Dickie Davis.
You know that's what we're going to do now. You know that.
Again. Just let me write this down.
I'll just watch it back.
What's the link? What's the link again?
Just put Buckinghamshire Motocross 1980s Team KTM. I am number 22 flying around the track. I had pure bright orange leathers. I literally look like the Tango Man. I've got a bright orange crash helmet, bright orange leathers, bright orange boots, and you cannot miss me. It's embarrassing. But the thing was, when we actually did that, the week before I took up doing that team meet, I was riding the local motocross track in Milton Keynes, and I was on a KX 125, and I won every heat that I used to do, because I was an absolute nutter. I had no fear back then. And this guy just walked up and said to me, Dad, can we put your son on a 420 KTM? And he went, yeah, he's only 15. And he went, yeah, we're going to stick him on a 420, but we want to put him with the seniors, which is 18 and over. But he's got to start from the back of the pack, 16th place, 8-lap race. And I'm like, okay, I'll have a crack at it. But what if I drop the bike? If you drop the bike, you drop the bike. By about, I think it was 3 laps to go, I was in second place and hunting the leader down. This kid here had got no fear. And I actually came second. I could not get past this guy. He was cutting me out on every corner. and basically Team KTM manager came up and said, brilliant race, yeah, we want to sign you for the motocross team when you get to 16. Okay, yeah. And this guy walked up and shook my dad's hand, and my dad was like, it's me looking, going, who's he, Dad? Who's he? And he said, that's Graham Noyce. He's the world champion. And I actually met Graham Noyce, and it was me that was hunting Graham Noyce down. Unfortunately, motocross career got ended very, very early when I had my motorbike crash, and I couldn't get a medical again. But we do in Milton Keynes, they have a thing called the biker show, Milton Keynes Bike Show. We had 24,500 people in 2 years ago, and we did the stand for our garage down there. And Team KTM turned up, and this little old guy in his 60s wandered over, and he went, I recognise you. Where's your long permed hair? And he went, you've got glasses. And I went, yeah, I'm 57 now. And he went, I remember you. And I went, right. And he went, I was your mechanic. And I went, no. And this guy actually turned out he was my mechanic from Team KTM when I was 15, and he still recognised me from my voice. And it was such a good catch up. And I said to him, Jesus Christ. And he said to me, he said, I've still got photos of you in the trailer. And he went in the trailer and he found my old photos. And I'm like, burn them, for God's sake. Yeah. But it was a really good catch up. And it was like, when you see a little bit of nostalgia, and it's like, oh my God, I can't realize I did that when I was such a youngster. I bet you've got some really good photos, Stu, when you were a kid and just airing around on your. Yeah, so don't go searching, MT. Don't go searching. If I get around to it, I might have a look this weekend and actually put the video up of me. But it's like bright orange level. You can't miss it. Just do motocross 1980s UK. Look for number 22. And they do mention my name, but obviously you'll get to know my surname then. So yeah. It was like, mother, thank you very much. And
well, she told you, you've told the world.
I know, she told me. Yeah, so obviously my mum had me at a very early age, and she's literally just got out of hospital this week, so she's had a hip replacement this week. So get well, mum. Did speak to her earlier, so yeah, she's all good. Happy days. So she went into private clinic. like you do. So yeah, she didn't have NHS, she had private clinic, very good surgeon, but she's up and walking around, and she's only had the hip hop 3 days ago. So yeah, well done, mum. For someone in their 70s, she's doing very, very well. So right, couple of quick ones here. Oh God, here they are. Oi Savalite, get well, yeah. Gesto and Lane, I'm just going to obviously I'm going to give a big shout out to these guys down here. Gesto and Lane, if you want some video shooting or you want photos, I know they are based in Spain at the moment, but Carlos does some really good artwork. Emma does some really good video work. If you haven't seen the new Rev Bomb intro, yes, it was nicked from Emma and Carlos's ride when they came down to me. I did the bobblehead competition, won the picture here. So Carlos actually came out and did some bike shoots and took some photos of me in my old levers on the ZX7, and Carlos bobbleheaded me. But when they obviously came out, it was a COVID lockdown, so they had to be very careful. Obviously, the 2-meter rule. Take some photos of me outside the house, and they sat on the front garden having a cup of coffee because I couldn't let them into the house. Now, obviously, the pair of them needed a pee. They couldn't come in the house to have a wee, so I had to take them to the local Tesco. So the opening intros of the new RB intro are shot off of Carlos's and Emma's cameras and my camera, where I combined the rides together down to the local shop. And what I actually did a couple of weeks ago, I went up into the local woods, stuck me 2 action cameras on, set them on record, and just run up and down the road. So that's where the rev noise come from. And I managed to edit the video to the audio to sit over the video just nicely. So you actually think it's me revving the bike in the video. It's not. The video is totally different week and month or year to what is in the video. So we managed to edit it down. But when we actually shot the video, hence why it pops up bike reviews, Guesto and Lane, blah, 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 Guesto and Lane. So Guesto and Lane are getting a little bit of a mention in there. If you want any videos shot, get onto Guesto and Lane. They do some really good editing. But whatever you do, don't let your dog loose with ham. Look at their latest video. Don't give your dog ham. It's not good for them. And obviously, the Yozed, yeah. Thank you very much, Guesto and Lane. Done some really good video there. The funny thing is, if you actually go and watch Guesto and Lane's video, they're doing a Thunderbirds intro. So Emma sat there with Carlos going, rev bomb, da 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 da, rev bomb. But I still overtook his MT10. No one can catch that ZX7 for love or money. But yeah, thanks, Guesto and Lane. I've pinched your video for the intro on that one, so thank you very much on that. Just another quick one. Excuse me. People are obviously saying audio on when you do your outro videos. Where do you get your audio from? Now, with a lot of the video applications, so I use Wondershare. Zed uses a totally different program again. I take it Carl and Sarah use different editing videos as well.
What's an outro?
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
No, seriously, seriously, what is?
So you've got your video at the beginning,
yeah,
which is your intro, and then you've got your little bit at the end, which is your outro.
All right, yeah. I just put a couple of photographs up for that. Yeah.
So
my outro is my intro. I just use it twice.
No, obviously when I started,
of course, intro, outro, yeah. Oh,
yeah. When I started mine, I was banging up the same old video week after week after week, same intro, and then someone said to me, "Oh, are you related to Jim Diesel? Why? Jim Diesel uses the same intro that you do."
Yeah.
Oh, and it is a standard bit of music that comes on YouTube or on Wondershare. So hence why I managed to get round, find a little bit of audio that someone else had done for me, and I managed to overlay the revs over the top. So each time I put it up, YouTube doesn't recognize that tune. And then obviously my outro that I use is one that comes with the Wondershare. So it's just standard outro tune. And obviously I have to edit it now because I've got paid subscribers that actually pay to be on my channel, hence MT. So they tend to get a mention in that video. So I had to edit the outro to exactly the right time to get enough subscribers in. But some people are saying, oh yeah, but I use this tune, I use that tune, but I'm getting money, I get demonetized for it. You have to buy the copyright license. You can't just go and nick someone's like Scissor Sisters or, or Pink's tune.
I use Bass Rebels. They're actually the big guy. Any of the music that's on Bass Rebels, you can actually use it. But what you do is you drop a link in your description for the actual track. You're basically giving recognition to the artist who made the tune. So what I do is I use a program called ClipGrab. I don't know if any of you have ever used ClipGrab, but if you copy a URL link from YouTube and put it into ClipGrab, it basically gives you an MP4 video version of that audio. Or you can do it like anyone could go on just now, take a URL from any of my vlogs and just copy it straight off to YouTube using this program. So I can do that to take the use of the video, obviously the music, but you've got to then back that up with the links because they've got software that checks to make sure that you're putting the links in your description. So that's how you get around it. And as it's copyright free, it's royalty free music. Bass Rebel.
What I intended to do now is obviously with because obviously I have 2 channels running. So I've got me Rev Bomb channel. Obviously my guy that purchased my Disco Roadshow off of me has my disco channel that is on YouTube. But what we tend to do now is you buy a tune and you get a license that is normally a C code. So you'll copy that C code, post it into your YouTube channel. And then it would allow you to use that music, and every time someone clicks on the link you would pay, and I think it's 0.02 of a penny for every click that someone, so you're basically paying for that music video every time someone clicks on your link, until you get spammed and you end up with about 2,500 clicks on that link where someone's clicked on it, and obviously you're paying an arm and a leg for it. So we tend to hold it at 100 views, and then obviously if people want more views, you option to go for it, or you just buy the full license. So which is about, I think it's about £12 per track, and that monetizes you for that track. So that does it that way.
We use Epidemic Sound for our music, which links your YouTube channel to your Epidemic Sound account, and then that way it knows any music you're using on your channel has came from there. So it's kind of, I mean, you do pay a monthly subscription for it, but we both use it for all our videos, so we're getting like our money's worth. And our intro is actually Gareth's Night Rod, like the Raven is his bike that we recorded and then got put onto the video. So it was quite nice to...
You could do what Vice Beards and Brews does and use GarageBand. That's what he uses.
Is that what he uses?
He made the track himself.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool as well, because that makes it just a wee bit more unique. And I think it was like with GarageBand, I think you get like wee segments, wee music segments, and there's like audio, there's like percussion and different sort of beats and stuff like that. And then there's like wee segues of vocals and stuff like that.
Oh, okay.
So, like you said, there's like, what's the chances of 2 people actually mixing that and it coming out exactly the same?
Yeah.
So that's a good wee idea. That.
Brilliant. So there's a couple of quick shout outs that I'm going to do here before we wind up for the night. Obviously, we've been on an hour and 40 minutes. I wasn't meant to be on tonight. So everyone was like, are you going on tonight? I was like, yeah. Don't forget, back next week, Military Biker. So jump on his channel. I'm just going to sign out. So I'm going to let you guys finish off. We're going to start off. We're going to announce the channels up. There are loads of channels that obviously go onto my YouTube. On the comments section down below every video, all the bikers I follow, check all those guys out. We're going to start up here in this corner and finish off the show, Stuart.
No bother. This is Deadhead saying take care. If you're out riding, stay safe, stay shiny side up. If Hooters is watching, I'm looking for a sponsor.
Carl, tell us about your channel, what you do.
Yeah, I'm just here. I just do what I do. Enjoy doing it. And this is Rocket Raccoon saying, see you soon.
And finally, down the bottom, Sarah, tell us all about you and Gav.
Yeah, so I'm Sarah. I am the other half of Burning Gas Hauling Ass. Channel is all motorcycle related, mainly trying to go down the motorcycle lifestyle kind of route. So yeah, not been running very long, but we'd love you to check out our videos. It'd be great.
Brilliant. And the final one I'm going to do, because this video is just rocking my world at the moment. Salty and Sprinkles, the 6-month review. Just go and check that video out. It's if you're into just sitting back and chilling on a Sunday afternoon, and obviously 2 Wheels Down, Swami, Smitty Rides, Military Biker, they've all put me onto this band. The band is called Crucifix. Go and check out Crucifix. I was very, very into my country music. Luke Bryan, Florida Georgia Line. Crucifix are very along the lines of Florida Georgia Line. But check out Salty and Sprinkles 6-month ride. Absolutely perfect video. And if you do want to see some really good Harley stuff, if you're into your Indians, you're into your Harleys, these guys down here, Burning Gas Hauling Ass, check out the latest video. That digital display on that bike. Oh my God. Yeah. If they did it for
everything when it came on, I was just amazed with it.
Yeah, just if they did it for Kawasaki, I'd buy one. But obviously, as a sports bike rider, I've been doing nearly 40 years on sports bikes. And it must be an age thing. I must be getting old and having a bad back. But that Indian, when I saw that video, it was like, oh, I want one. I am so getting tempted to the dark side. And I've had an offer this week. A customer is bringing a bike in on Tuesday. He has got a Harley. It's a V rod, but it's the muscle edition. I don't know what they call it, but it's basically V rod muscle edition, V power. Yeah. It has got a 320 back end on it, and I'm like, I'm like Jeremy Clarkson when he got to ride the what was it, Panagini, and I'm like, oh, I could feel the dribble coming down my lips, and I'm like, right, let me see it. But he's bringing that into us next week, so I am going to take that out for a test ride. I want to have a go on a Harley. Ever since I got on that Nightster, but nothing's going to take me away from a ZZR. But I am seriously. I am seriously getting tempted to the dark side of Harley and Indian now. But thanks very much, guys. It's been an amazing night. I am off to open the bedroom door now because she can still hear me talking. She's watching telly in bed. So whatever you're doing this weekend, have yourself a good one.
Yeah, great.
If you
great
we are out Sunday. Yeah. Hopefully Jim Diesel's going to turn up Sunday. It's the first day of opening at Super Sausage Cafe in Milton Keynes, so we shall be up at Super Sausage. I have been told normally they do 9 till about 3. I have been told to get there for 8 o'clock in the morning because there are 400 bikers coming. So if I want my space, I need to get there early in the morning. But I'm going to get a load of video from the day. First day in, I think it's 11 months of getting back to Super Sausage. So Jim's going to come up and hopefully see us. But until then, guys, thank you very much. The big man over here, Mr. Zedhead, down in the corner, Mr. Calduts, and of course Sarah from Burning Gas Hauling Gas. Check all these channels out, guys. They were some really good bikers, honest, normal people. They're not up their own arses, which is what I like about the community that we've got, our own little group that we've got here. As I say, all the guys that I share on my video, I can vouch for every one of those guys that are in my comment section at the bottom. They are all absolutely fantastic bikers, 100%. Whatever you're doing, have yourself a great weekend, guys. Thank you. Be well, ride safe, and from RB, I'll let you sign out first, Zed. So, and then obviously we'll knock it down to me. So, thank you very much, Zed. Thank you very much, Carl, and of course down here we've got Sarah. Thanks, guys. Take care and have a great weekend.
Yeah, good to see you're doing well, Rev, and tell Mummy Rev Bomb I hope she gets well soon.
Yeah.
Thanks very much. Cheers, guys. Take care. Bye bye.